So today we're going to do my Pickems, but first we're going to take a look at the best and worst round that I saw of VCT last week, and for next week, I'll be doing this next week and every week pretty much from now on. So if you see a particularly good or bad round, go and let me know in the Discord so we can potentially go, wow, or just laugh at how bad it was. With that said, let's take a look at the best round from week 1 of VCT, and this one goes to Vitality.
You're right. I don't think a shot was fired off. Definitely not when he was saving it. And on here starting out the round for Zipan. Forced back by the snake bite that came through the roof up top. In comes the wingman. Player wants to go back and fight again. Safe. Was able to catch them off guard last round as he went to reclaim his utility. This time he dodges a bullet, swings out wide, and takes another beautiful stop for Safe. And he's not stopping anytime soon with Angel spotted on the flank. It's all left onto Xiao. And this 13th round will evade Navi once more, short of the aggressive positions and make things a little bit more difficult. But again, they've had a lot of these cool utility combos, by having the snake bite, the grab net, and the paint shield, just to clear out a play from the backside and leave Zipan completely.
So I already showed this round in a video, but everything about it was really quite nice, right? Not just the exec, but even this first part, right? Where Zipan thinks about going for the swing with the up, but he can't because there's a snake bite right at his feet. So literally every little thing has been thought about to allow Vitality to get into the position they need to for this round. And then this Dizzy Flash, I think, is just really inventive, really clever to throw it through the little ceiling here in towards Shower. It blinds both players, and then as we see on the replay, you know, I mean, Sugetsu gets hit by everything, you know, Safe gets that kill. Just really good. And yeah, on the replay here, I mean, you can see we've got the grav net, we got the snake bite, we got the nade, the Dizzy Flash has blinded both these players. An insanely good exec by Vitality. Now let's take a look at the worst round of the week, which, funnily enough, comes from a winning effort.
And again, I mean, like holding crossfires, you know, putting your utility in the right places, all that stuff. Certainly superb. And Bane, you know, been around the team long enough, it's a pretty good idea as well. Oh my god, Sax. Okay. Bashing. Got away for a second. The classic actually connecting on the box. Morgan says, no, you're not going to go through the link. Hit me now with the Sheriff. Double connection.
But yeah, not a great round there for DRX, to be honest. A lot of mistakes, and it doesn't help that they're against an eco as well, and they end up losing this round almost flawlessly. That's never a great sign, and it starts here, really. They don't even get punished for this, but Stax is just going to walk into the smoke with utility out in hand. What's he doing? What, I mean, just straight off the bat, what are we doing, right? I mean, so there's a mistake that doesn't even cost us. Then Jeremy gets a kill with a classic here against Foxy9 towards B. Classic beats a Vandal, so obviously that's not great. And then from there, it just potentially gets even worse, because then Mako just solo swings in on his own there. Then Buzz is going to beef his movement, and they're also going to miss this guy here, despite, you know, sending in the boom bot as well. That misses him. 2 people die to that, and then they clean up. So yeah, not a great round from DRX there. Okay, with that said, now let's quickly do the Pickems. We'll start with China, where my first week of Pickems, my Wolves belief let me down big time, but let's just quickly go through this. JDG are better than Nova, so I'm picking JDG. FPX are better than DRG, so I'm going to pick FPX. Now, AG versus Wolves. Wolves have already lost twice and let me down, but my belief does not stop there. Yes, AG did win their first game, but I'm going to go Wolves. Wolves win. And then we got Trace versus Billy. Billy, I think that Trace, again, are just the better team, although Billy do seem to be on a bit of a resurgence, but I still think that Trace are the better team. DRG versus Tech. My DRG stocks are very low. I don't think they've looked very good throughout this entire thing, despite finishing 4th in kickoff, or, you know, in the top 4. Antian Esports Club have RB, who I destroyed against Wolves, so I'm going to go for Tech there. And then EDG, I'm just going to keep picking EDG pretty much, no matter who, although they did lose a map. I'm still going to pick them, so yeah, those are my China Pickems. Okay, for Pacific, my first week wasn't too bad. I just went for Team Secret over RRQ, and you know, not many people picked DFM, let's put it that way, so I got that one wrong as well, but otherwise not too bad. So week 2, Gen G, Paper Rex. Personally, I think that Gen G have just looked the better team, so I'm going to go for Gen G. Then we've got T1 versus DRX, and weirdly, I think a lot of people are picking T1. I guess they didn't play that bad against DFM, that is true, but I think DRX have looked better than them, to be honest. Not that T1 I think are bad, but I think the DRX look good, and so I'm going to go for DRX. Team Secret versus Zeta is an absolute coin flip, to be honest. I still think Team Secret are the middle of the pack team, and so they should be tending towards the middle, and so I'm still going to pick them to beat Zeta here, although this one, honestly, flip a coin. Bleed versus RRQ, whilst we did see maybe some things improved for Bleed, I don't think it's enough, and I think that RRQ will still be the better team. Gen G versus DFM. Look, DFM genuinely looked pretty good and had some nice ideas, but they're not Gen G. And Global Talon. I think there are just certain teams that you have to just pick against every week until they prove you wrong, and I think Global are into that category now. They're into that bucket for me, so I will be going Talon. But maybe they could win this game. I don't know. T1 versus RRQ. Now, here's the thing. I'm not this out on T1. I mean, it is tough for them to have to play, again, twice at this point. And their backs would be completely against the wall at this point. But I am still putting some faith in them that they will win against RRQ. And then Bleed versus Zeta. Again, for now, I'm going to put Bleed in that bucket of I just don't trust you just yet. But again, this is a game that I think they could win, but I will go for Zeta Division. Okay, in EMEA, my EMEA Pickems, I mean, I went for Fnatic thinking the Heretics, would be playing with, like, a coach, and they weren't, and they lost, so that's not great. And then for some reason, and I'm never picking BBL again. Let that be known. I'm never picking you again. So, Carmine Core versus Foot. See, on Cosmic Divide, I said that Foot will win, and then I had a strong urge today of thinking, no, Carmine Core will win, but then I saw that all of Platchat picked Carmine Core, so I'm going to go Foot again. I don't know if that's sensible, but I have this Foot belief, and it's probably misplaced, and it's probably going to cost me this pick. Heretics, I do think are better than Vitality, so I will just pick Heretics, because I thought they looked really good. Same for Navi over Liquid. That one's pretty easy. I mean, BBL versus Koi probably is the hardest game to pick here. But as I said, I'm not picking BBL. I refuse to pick BBL again. And watch them spite me even more for picking them in the first week. They'll then win this game. Of course they will. Fnatic, I have to go for Fnatic over Giants, even though Fnatic maybe are in a mess themselves. Giants might be in an even bigger mess and have not as good players. So going Fnatic, and then I do think Karmic Gore are just better than Gentlemates, even though Gentlemates I think have shown more than perhaps I was giving them credit for early on. Karmic Gore I still think are a step above Gentlemates, so I will still go for KC in the French derby. Okay, America's Pickems. Week 1, don't worry about week 1. That's not what matters. Week 2 is what matters here. And the first game is not easy to pick here, though. G2 versus 100 Thieves, because I was on the 100 Thieves train, right? I thought they're going to be good. This is going to be their time. And then they looked okay on Icebox, I think, but still some moments of shakiness. And then on Split, their attack side has made me worry. It's made me panic. I know that they're good at defense Split, but it's made me worry. And yeah, I'm worried, basically. G2, on the meanwhile, looked really good and stomped. So this is tough because I want to believe in 100 Thieves because that's what my take was earlier. But I think G2 might just be the better team right now. Senlev, I mean, based off what we saw, I have to pick Sentinels. Easy one there. Crew MIBR. Now, on Cosmic Divide yesterday, me and Elevated were kind of like, oh, well, Crew are the kind of team that MIBR might struggle against. I think I'm not giving MIBR enough credit. And I think that MIBR, with extra prep time, they didn't have to show anything week 1, can come in, and I think they'll actually beat Crew. I've kind of changed my mind on that one. I'm going to pick MIBR. NRG are going to beat Fury. Don't worry about it. And then Cloud9 EG. I can't believe I let Bren convince me. I was so skeptical of EG the whole time, and then for some reason I thought they were. I don't know what convinced me when I was so skeptical throughout most of this year. I'm gonna go Cloud9 because even though they were a bit sloppy, my EG stocks are pretty low right now. So yeah, those are the Americas. Right, so that's it. I'll see you all later, or at least some of you later in the stream. It should be all of you. If you're watching this video, go and watch the streams of me watching VCT and prove that all my pick'ems are correct.